are at the 2025 Chicago Auto Show. Now, the Chicago Auto Show is known for bringing tons of new makes and models and prototype cars to it every single year. Now, unfortunately, over the past couple years, it has gotten considerably smaller, and this year it's actually cut nearly in half. But come with us as we walk through the Chicago Auto Show and check out all the new offerings that are coming in the next couple years and see what really sticks out that we want to get our hands on. Let's check it out. Now, of course, Toyota doesn't want to be left in the dust with all their competitors, so they have to offer a full EV in their lineup. So we have the BZ4X right here, and in 2025, it is actually coming with some changes, mostly getting cheaper and having better traffic jam assistance. But this is the 2024 model, which has about 250 miles of range, so not quite as good as some competitors. But another thing that it lacks that many of the competitors in the EV segment has is true one-pedal driving. This falls short there. You don't get that. So you get a little bit worse range. You get no one-pedal driving, but the price is getting much more affordable, coming in anywhere around $30,000 to $45,000, depending on the trim level you pick. But I do really like the colorway they have here, and in 2025, they're continuing this theme of the two-tone with blacked out and everything. It looks really clean. Kind of reminds me of a Dalmatian, though. But the BZ4X is a little weird and quirky and unique. The interior itself especially. When you open it up, it looks like a cross between an old Prius and whatever this is. Hopping in though, you do actually get a wireless charger right here. You flip that up and you can fit your wireless charger in there. It's also got a Type A port. It does have pedal adjustments as well. You've got a large center screen here as well as a digital gauge cluster that's much smaller. But when you look at it, definitely let me know in the comments if you feel that this has that Prius feel. It's even got a cloth dash, which is unique, especially in 2025. It kind of throws it back. It's not very modern feeling to me, but you've got a really nice panoramic roof as well. Overall, for Toyota's entry into the EV segment outside of the Prius, pretty interesting and unique car. You also get a fair amount of space in the rear as well, where with power gate and opens nice and fast, but plenty of space. Of course, this is at the auto show, so it's not completely put together how you would expect it to see. There's the floors not folded properly, but you get a decent amount of space there, about 4 or 5 suitcases worth of space. And of course, Toyota knows how we do everything, so they left us with an eggplant in the back. So let's see if it's safe. Hey, that's not too bad. You're impressing me, Toyota. So let me know in the comments what you think of this 2024 BZ4X. Would you take this, or would you take a Prius, or are you heading on over to Tesla? Now here we have the 2024 Honda Prologue Elite trim, which is the top trim level for the Honda Prologue, and this one is quite different from the one that we reviewed before. First off, the exterior color, you can see it's this nice blue color, much different from the gray that we had before, but the big difference is on the inside. You get a beautiful brown and black interior. Looks absolutely great how they did the contrast and everything, but of course this is still made in partnership with GM, so you can see the GM features all over it. But this is Honda's entry into the EV lineup, and overall, it's looking really good. On here, you do have a full panoramic sunroof. You have the same infotainment center and digital cluster on the other trim levels, so not a ton of changes. And then in the rear, you've got just as much space as you had before. You've got the floor that pulls up with more storage below. A good spot to put your charger cable as well. In this 2-row Honda EV, not too shabby. Would you buy a Honda EV though? Let us know in the comments below. All new for 2025 within the Honda lineup is the Black Edition Pilot, and this thing is sick. It's blacked out on the inside and the outside with Black Edition emblems all over the place. You've got a completely black exterior. It just looks super clean. I love all black, but there's not a whole lot of changes other than the 20-inch wheels that are completely blacked out, and then the interior itself. Overall, mechanically, it's completely the same, but it is rather unique compared to other Pilots. All that you have for color on the interior is some red accents that Honda threw all over within the seat, on the door panels, and the stitching on the steering wheel. Looks pretty sweet. Would you buy this 2025 Honda Pilot Black Edition, or do you not really care enough to spring for that? Now the interior of the Black Edition is kind of unique because see, you have a pocket up here, and then you've got your normal pocket there, but you also end up with a phone pocket too in the back here. So it's very family friendly, especially for everybody. But you've got some really cool accents on the door panel here, and also the rear seats are stylized just like the front. You can see that it's got the red behind the seat there, so it's kind of reflective almost. Overall, looks really cool. I think this is a sleek looking Honda Pilot especially. But this bad boy is going to cost you nearly $55,000 before tax and title, so you're definitely paying for it. Now, of course, the Honda lineup is not complete without looking at the Civic. Here we've got the 2025 Type R, which has 315 horsepower right out the gate. Not only that, it's got four-wheel disc brakes featuring Brembo brake pads all around, and a beautiful engine bay especially. Love the black and red that they have going on in here. It just looks spectacular. But if you don't want to spend $45,000 on a Civic Type R, you can head on over to the normal Civic and get a much more affordable car with all the same efficiency and space, just losing out on all those sport features. So over here we have the 2025 Honda Civic Hatchback Touring Edition. And this one, you know, it's your typical Civic. You can get this Civic for $10,000 less than the Type R. Overall, not too shabby. Not much has changed for the 2025 lineup when it comes to the Civic, but you do get an updated infotainment system. This also has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, all of that. And of course, this is the hatchback edition, so you can see you get plenty of space in the rear. Very roomy, especially for this small compact car. I love the hatchbacks for that reason. You also get a little bit of storage underneath, mostly for tools and things like that for roadside assistance, but it's very deep. And then you've also got this to help not let thieves see what's in your trunk. Don't mess with my junk in the trunk. Here we have another concept vehicle, this time from Acura, and this is the Acura Performance EV. It's got a pointed front end with some incredible looking front headlights. If this came to fruition, I could see it doing absolutely phenomenal. This is a mean looking Acura, but this one is a little bit unique, and it's currently not legal in the United States at least, because you'll notice that this has no side view mirrors on it, and it's only got cameras for its side view mirrors. Now in some countries that is allowed, but not here yet in the United States. On the hood there, you can see it's also got a couple LED bars too, which are unique, and it's got these very unique air inlets as well. Very interesting concept car. Another thing that's very interesting about it are the wheels themselves, and they've even got Acura calipers in there too. But very unique car. Would you like to see this one hit the market? Let us know in the comments below. If you live in Texas and you need a big bad truck to help get your RV around or to move those trailers, well, do I have the truck for you. Here we've got the Ram 3500, and this has a Cummins in it. You know it doesn't get any better than that. But why do I say Texas? Just wait. This has the Longhorn package on it. It's got chrome everywhere, big bad wheels with the dually, massive side view mirrors as well with the tow mirror on it, and 360 cameras. But when you open this up, it is absolutely gorgeous. You've got the brown leather wrapped all around with the embossed like Longhorn edition. It just looks crazy. But it's got Longhorn branding everywhere. Very nice seats on it that are very country. So this is made for you in Texas. If you are in Texas, you have to have this truck. And the back seats are just as beautiful as well. Very gorgeous. Even the speaker grills are kind of bronzed. And then what really sets it apart is the kangaroo pouch in the back. We've got buckles on it, just like your horse pouches, or just like your horse saddlebags. But what I'm really here for is the truck that's next to us. Here we've got the blacked out turbo diesel 2500. Now that's a bad truck right there. This truck's crazy because when you go onto the inside, on the dash, the passenger has a little screen there as well. Because why not? All right, we've made it to everybody's absolute favorite when it comes to the Chicago Auto Show, and that's the Fiat section. And you know, Fiat's doing something new for 2025. I never saw it coming, and you won't believe it. Look, we've got spinners on the Fiat now. So, all right, it's not real Fiat spinners. All right, now the real reason we made it over here to Fiat is because the highlight of the car show is right over here. We have this absolutely tiny and adorable little Fiat here, and the whole body is made out of plastic. It's got a suicide door in the front with flip-up windows even. As you can, I mean, you got netting. You actually close the door with this little pull handle, and it's tiny. It's a tiny little thing, smaller than a golf cart even. And there's not a whole lot going on in here. You've got a flip-up glove box here at the front. It just feels like you're in a go-kart. This is incredible. It's also got to be a death trap too. But the door, the passenger door actually opens up normal, while the front door opens up suicide. So this is just a very crazy car. You get a single USB port, and then whatever this is, and then you got reverse, neutral, drive. You got a little bit of heating and air in here too, surprisingly, but that's about all you've got going on. Would you ever drive one of these on the street? I would be terrified. This car has been the highlight of the auto show. It took us about an hour to even get to look at this thing because people are just lining up to check it out. You've got a luggage rack on the back. You do get no storage space, basically. So maybe if you're in Europe, this could be something practical. I don't see this ever hitting the roads in America. Now we're going through the Chicago Auto Show, and I couldn't help but stop at this because first off, I'm a big outdoors guy. I love going off-roading and I love going camping. And here we have the Kia Weekender. Now this is just a concept. I don't know if this is fully going to hit the market, but it's really unique. On the front, you have some really cool yellow fog lights as well as a couple tow hooks, but most importantly, the winch. So you've got a winch on the front, very neat. Now, another thing that you can't ignore are the wheels. The wheels actually have built-in levels so that when you're camping and you're getting set up, you can make sure that it's perfect for your needs. Of course, it also has a pop-up roof so that you've got plenty of headroom while you're working around the campsite, while you're working within the truck. And also on the interior of the truck, it's completely modular. You can move everything around, set it up how you want to, and then you've got a digital plate in the back that also has 3 outlets right on it, and it says Weekender right now. Pretty cool. Overall, really unique vehicle. Maybe it can compete with the VW bus or something like that, but it's awesome. It's got power all over it. I would love to get in that bad boy. Now another one that we have here is the off-road capable EV9. Not entirely sure if this is a concept or if this will hit production, but we have reviewed the EV9, you may have seen it, and this one looks really unique in comparison. Love the colorway, love the wheels especially, like the green that's actually in them, that neon green. Overall, pretty unique EV especially. You know, typically you don't see off-road EVs, so really curious to see how this one does. Here we have the 2025 Cadillac IQ, the first ever EV Escalade. And in the front, it looks phenomenal. I love the lighting that is running all the way around it. You got massive daytime running lights on the side with the LED lights all throughout the grille. Very, very clean front end, but the interior of this is just full of luxury. In the front, you have a dash that has a 55-inch display running end to end. All right, hopping into this Cadillac IQ Escalade is nothing but pure luxury. Like I said, you have the 55-inch display that runs from end to end on it, and it is extremely crisp as well and very responsive. You can even spin the car around, look at it that way. Also, the front seats have full massaging. Both front seats do. Just very comfortable seat. The massage is actually quite good as well, especially compared to other cars that I've been in that have them. The dash looks very clean. It's kind of got like this sand style on the top, but then it's got chrome on the face with more of that blue leather. The screen is also touchscreen, and you've got tons of different options in here that you can go through, different vehicle stats. You've got, of course, you can pull a trailer. You've got Android Auto, everything you might need. The steering wheel, very comfortable, nice and thick. Tons of controls on it, whether it's your heating or your sensing or your multimedia controls. It's all right there. In the center though, you've got a wireless charger, another screen for your climate control and your doors and your seats, because also all the doors are powered so you can open them up just with a button. A second wireless charger for your passenger, some good sized cup holders with some chrome outlining them. Overall, very cool, very sleek, very stylish. A massive center console as well that's full of 4 USB ports. We have 3 Type-C and 1 Type-A, as well as an HDMI port too. From the touch display here in the center, you can also open up all 4 of the doors. So right here, I can open up my door so that I can get out. You just slide it like that, and my door opens. Very cool. And then I'll go ahead and open up the rear one too, so we can check that out. Coming into the rear, the door panels are just as nice as in the back. You see all the style everywhere. And what's unique too is when I hop in, you actually can close the door just by pulling the door handle, and it just closes on its own. Also, you can do it from the screen if you can't reach that. That's pretty cool as well. And down here, you get 2 more Type-C USB ports and also a 110 outlet. Very cool. And you got 3-row climate control in here as well. So you're riding like style, even in the back with this massive panoramic roof as well. Very nice. The seats are extremely comfortable. Not bad at all. Also, you have heated seats back here. Now, as for the rear, even with the seat, I mean, it's more for kids, but if I had to, I could fit back here. The seat is very comfortable though, especially for the 3rd row. Usually the 3rd rows lack a lot of comfort, especially, but you do get couple cup holders back here, 2 Type-C USB ports, plenty of venting for the rear. Yeah, so the rear's not necessarily made for adults too well. Uncle Steve would probably be very upset back here, but it's not too bad for me. Let's check out the rear and see how the storage space is. Coming into the back of the Escalade IQ, again, you've got that very nice monochrome look to it with the black and the white. Looks fabulous. And you've got very long taillights like you typically do in the Escalade. But what's crazy is there's actually no button to open up the rear hatch. You just kind of rub the Cadillac and it pops open for you. And compared to outgoing Cadillac models, you have more space back here than you used to. You can drop the 3rd row seats as well with the buttons right here. And of course, you get a little bit of storage under here for roadside assistance stuff, and why not an eggplant? So let's see if Cadillac, being the luxury it is as safe as it should be. Coming in, not too bad, not too bad. Tesla has finally announced their new vehicle, and it's nothing short of shocking. Here we have the Micro Tesla. You have to kneel down to be able to get into it. It's even got some headlights that aren't turning on right now, but this thing is going to be a killer on the road. I'm hearing it's the most efficient vehicle that's ever been made. As EVs have become even more relevant, they're finally making their way into the Chicago Auto Show. In 2025, we finally have an EV section. We've got Tesla, we have Polestar, and we have Rivian for the first time. Now, unfortunately, with the Teslas, you're actually not able to get in them. They've got them locked. What's up with that? But we are able to get into the Polestars and Rivian, so we'll at least check those out for a couple minutes. One thing that is pretty cool though is that they do have the Cybertruck tent here. Very unique. It's actually sold out for a long time. The frame of it is actually blow up, so it's not fixed. You just kind of air it up to 8 PSI. But you can see it just goes right into the bed with the frame here. You got a nice big flat surface to sleep on, and a good rain cover as well. And then there's those blow up frames that I was talking about. Neat, very cool. Now here we have the Lucid Gravity, which actually has an add-on where you can turn the frunk into a sunk, so it's a seat trunk. But also on the sides, you have cup holders too. So that's pretty neat. You know, if you're out camping or tailgating or something like that, why not? It's pretty cool, and it's shockingly comfortable as well. Last but not least, for the 2025 Chicago Auto Show, we have the brand new Mustang GTD. Now this targets to have 800 horsepower. It's an absolutely beautiful Mustang. Unfortunately, we can't get any closer to it, but hopefully we can get this one on the road in the future. Let us know in the comments what you thought of the 2025 Chicago Auto Show. What were some of your favorite vehicles, or what are you hoping to see in the future? Do you have any prototypes that you hope that they actually release and we can see on the road? Let us know in the comments below. Otherwise, smash up the likes, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next video.